Hi everyone, it's Lenny from Urban Automotive and it's question and answer time with me and Simon. It's a little bit loud in here, there's things going on and it's a little bit cold as well. So no better place to do it in the new Urban V-Class. More on that in the next video. We'll do a full walk around of that, show you all the details. But for now, let's jump in and get these questions answered. Simon, pick one of your favourite wheels you do.
God, that's putting me on the spot.
Because it's whether it's the best looking one that you like or the most popular because it earns the most money.
I'm going to say the new UV5, which isn't out yet.
Ah,
for the Rolls-Royce Cullinan. That's
nice. Okay,
that's
cool. So
keep people guessing.
Yeah.
Next question. Lenny, how long have you been at Urban?
5 years. 5 years next month. 5 years. What? And how nice is it? And how nice is it? Just go. How like the next question was.
Next question. When are you going to replace him?
No, the next question here was, what's it like working with the amazing, incredible, awesome Lenny.Urban, and why is he your favourite employee?
Did you write that on there then?
That's from @Lenny.Urban.
Oh, is it? Oh, right, okay. Right, more serious ones then, yeah?
Yeah.
Right, when's the T6.1 coming? Right, so last month and the month before, we're a bit delayed on that. So I think it's going to be done in about 4 or 5 weeks' time. What's caused the problems? Just basically COVID, parts. Yeah, it's just been hard to get things up and running. Things that normally take in 1 or 2 months, take in 3 or 4. So yes, definitely coming soon. 3 or 4 weeks, promise.
Hammer Murph, any images of the Defender commercial? Not yet, because they're not with us yet, but they look identical from the outside.
Yeah, it's just the inside that's different.
It's only the inside that's different, and
we do have one car here.
We have one car here that's going through builds,
yeah,
but externally it looks exactly the same.
That's it. We're doing our R&D on that car now, so once that's done, we're just working out how we're doing the rear seat conversion, how we're reworking the windows, so the switches work, the electric windows work, which is obviously the hardest part. The exterior part we've done already. Do
you have to buy the car first yourself and then send it to you guys, or do you purchase the car? I mean, it works both ways. You can bring a car to us that you've already got that you want to modify, or you can buy an already Urban completed car.
What made you go to Urban and Nero? Why didn't you keep Lamborghini's Urban? Right, so Lamborghini we saw as a little bit of a different animal, and we wanted to make it kind of unique, like we've done the Urban Works brand for the trucks and the commercial vehicles. We wanted it slightly different. It was our first venture into performance cars, and also that's the business that we're 50-50 with Yanamize on, so we own Nero together as an entity in itself. So the Nero brand will continue within Urban. It's kind of like a sub-brand of Urban, if that makes sense.
This is a good one. House of Collar. What has been your proudest project and why? It's got to be the first V2 kit, isn't it? Has to be.
Yeah, I suppose, because the first car, investing £150,000 in a car when we, let's be honest, didn't really know what we was doing, was a big risk. You know, we made so many mistakes on the front bumper, we had to rework it, it was really hard. It was our first venture in doing something big carbon fibre wise. So when it was completed, we launched it in purple, didn't we?
Yeah, it was Merlin purple, wasn't it?
Yeah, Merlin purple car at Goodwood, went down awesome, and I think we've done probably in the region of 350 or 400 conversions now. So that's one. But the other one, actually, weirdly, I've got this obsession with the new Transporter T6.1. I look at the fact it's only standard, it's all ripped apart.
Now this is an awkward one for me, because I went on for years saying how much obviously the Transit is the best van on the road, but now I'm seeing more of these T6.1s, and now I'm seeing the designs that we're coming up with. My days, it's going to be.
Even if you don't like it, you're going to have to.
Well, I'm going to have to sell it anyway. Yeah, but no, I mean, it just looks absolutely incredible. And that's going to be a bit. But I do think they, we've discussed this quite a bit. I do think they are different customers, aren't they? The Transit and the T6.1. The Transit's very much a van, panel van, just builder, front seats only, builder, actually used for work. And the T6.1, the
leisure enthusiast, biker, surfer.
Exactly that. Yeah. So I do think there is a
you know, a different market for it.
So do you mean you're saying we should do the Transit for you then? Yeah.
Yes, please, if we could, that'd be great.
Transit coming off. How did Urban get started? I think there's about 15 or 20 questions in here about that. So rather than go into that in detail, we'll do an independent video on that, and I'll do a little bit of the journey so far, which will take us through all of the various workplaces and units we've had, what we're planning to do next. We're trying to acquire a couple of companies and buildings now, so in our ongoing expansion. So that video will come not next, but in a few videos time.
At official_Mr.Stone, why don't you guys do exhaust tuning for Mercedes C and E class models, generally all Merc? I mean, we need to concentrate on you know, producing products that we know is going to sell over and over and over and over and over again. That is very, very specific, and
we're about looks, maintenance of warranty,
not so much tuning
and performance. We'll leave that to other people. Yeah.
What is the most expensive build you have done on a car at Urban?
I think that's the one that you sold. Is it Urus?
The Urus.
Yeah, it probably is a Urus. Yeah, Urus.
Urus with full Nero kit, full wrap, 24s, full.
Actually, we've got one coming through build now, the Grigio Telesto, the Nardo grey one. That's going to be 270,000. But when the Cullinan that's nearly finished
that's a 4-bedroom house.
Yeah,
that's pretty much.
Well, it is. Yeah, with a double garage. Yeah, that's going to be circa 350k once it's done. Yeah. So watch out. That's again. That's in final stages of development. We're going to be going to pattern maybe in about 4 or 5 weeks. So you'll see a Cullinan kit around in the summer, probably late July time.
And luckily it's big enough to live in as well. So
yeah. So if you sell your house to buy it,
you mortgage your Rolls Royce Cullinan, you don't car finance it. A6_Hank. Any cars you haven't worked on but would like to? That's quite a good question. But you tend to see a car like it and think, I want to do a kit for that.
Yeah, I mean, obviously again, another car that we've just started. I've always had my eye on Audi because I was an Audi fan when I was younger, but they don't really warrant the price over list that Range Rovers and Bentleys and blah 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 do. But we've obviously just done the RS6. That's due out in maybe 3 weeks' time once the patterns are finished. But that was something that I was really excited to do and really excited to continue because, you know, RS4s, RS3, all of that sort of car is kind of like a car that's close to my heart.
Audi's the RS models, they're so subtle, you know, that you've got the sort of slightly wider arches and the bigger wheels, but apart from silver wing mirror caps, they're very subtle, you know, compared to like an E63S or an M4 or something like that. They are quite subtle in their design, so it's nice to do a carbon kit for that with some wheels and everything else.
Yeah, so we've got wheels coming, obviously normal things like low suspension and things like that, but we've got front lip, side seals, rear wing, upper and lower, and diffuser all coming for the RS6 next as well, and we'll continue that. The first RSQ18 being scanned this week, so we'll just continue doing that as we go. So we've got Max_Short. How long has Urban been around for? We've been going 7 years last month, and a long 7 years it's been.
You've aged about 20.
I know,
you was young
and fresh.
You was young and good looking when I first watched.
I gave up my last job to play golf.
I'm going to end up working for Brad Pitt, and then I end up with
Brad Cesspit, his brother. Will you guys ever work on the new Evoque? We'd like to, but obviously when you do patterns and tooling and invest in, you know, sort of 50, 60, 70,000 pounds, it has to pay it back. You know, commercially it has to work. And the Evoque was one of those that never really did because the numbers are so low.
Same with the Velar as well. The Velar kit we did looked absolutely awesome, but it just didn't fly out the door, did it? No. It's a price point. I think the Velar was quite a difficult car anyway because it once spec'd up, it was late 70s, early 80s, which is, you know, Range Rover Sport autobiography money, and it's not a Range Rover Sport. It's more like a big estate car, and I think people struggled with the price point of it, which is a shame because it's a great looking car. But it's the same with the Evoque as well. Once you put a kit on and everything else, you're looking at 50, 60, and the type of person that wants an Evoque probably isn't looking to spend that kind of money.
Yeah, so that's maybe a no. It's more edging towards a no than it is a yes.
You're silly not to do an X-Class. That's a vehicle that has now been discontinued, so I don't think we're silly to do that.
I don't think we're silly.
No. So
we'll pass on that.
Aston Martin ? That'd be pretty cool though, because you could call yourself Q, couldn't you? Put like guns in it and stuff like that, you know, just like...
or the bald villain. That Bond? It was Bond.
Yeah, urban automotive ejector seats.
I followed one of those down the motorway the other day, and I was quite excited to do it until I saw it, and it's horrendous, isn't it?
Aston Martin fans, what like? Oh, you talk about the DBX?
Yeah,
it's a big Ford Cougar.
Yeah,
it's a big
back to it.
It's a big
exhaust in the wrong position.
Apologies if you've just spent 200 grand on a big Ford Cougar. Savage, but and you know, taste is subjective, but
yeah,
that's a funny looking thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
But apparently it drives incredible. So
that's all that matters.
Take away that what you will.
Yeah, no, we won't be doing that. We won't be doing that. Do you guys do V-Class conversions? Well, we're actually sat in one now, which is one that we've just built. We'll be doing a video on this in more detail over the coming days.
Do a walk around Wednesday on this so you can see it in full detail.
Yeah,
this is so cool.
We'll have a little flick around now, and you'll get a few shots during this video.
I kind of want to stay in here.
It's nice,
cool.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it's nice.
Probably the worst thing in here is you and me, vice versa.
You can cut that bit out.
Yeah,
cut that bit out.
It's nice though. 5 seats, luxury, footrest,
decent sound system,
all of the AV, TV, Starlight roof line.
I love this. This needs to be in every car.
You know what?
We had this conversation on the Cullinan,
and
didn't
I
we?
nearly did.
And I was right. I was right. And I sit next to Simon up in the office, and I wasn't floating around the office gloating, but I was so pleased when
I said I was wrong and you was right.
Oh, so if you could, Alex, if you could edit that so you repeat it 5 times, that'd be fantastic.
So one time in the last 5 years, because you've been here 5 years now, I was wrong and Lenny was right one time.
Rolls-Royce Cullinan.
It was about the Starlight roof lining, and he said that we shouldn't order the car without the Starlight roof lining
instead of the pan roof.
That would be commercial suicide.
Because if you're anything like me, absolute poser, the first thing you do in a Rolls-Royce is the Starlight roof lining selfie with the Rolls-Royce. So that was the.
So okay, get in the questions below or the comments below, whatever you put down there. Tell me whether you want a pan roof or a Starlight roof. No, I'm trying to prove myself right now.
Because now I have gloated. People in the comments are going to try and prove me wrong when they're not right. They're not. You know, it's not. I am right. 100%. This is it.
Okay, well, I'd like to be looking at the sky, the real sky now, and not the pretend one.
Yeah, but the real sky, you know, global warming.
It is quite nice, though.
You never see stars like this anyway in real life, so you might as well have a nice roof lining version.
You get to work with a star every day, mate. What did I do before Urban? Or what did we do before Urban? Go on, you go first. What did you do?
I mean, I was a glorified white van man. I worked in the construction industry. I worked for a company that supplied survey equipment. I was working in central London, did that for about 8 years. Getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning, driving into London, going on to building sites. It was good, but it wasn't a passion. Cars have always been my passion, and this opportunity arose. The most embarrassing thing for me is when people DM me and ask me how I got into car sales and how I got to Urban and stuff. But I think a lot of it is, you know, contacts, being in the right place at the right time. Obviously, you gave me the opportunity. Being friends with Yanni, who introduced me to you, and you know, it kind of worked. It's
and you used to tell funny jokes on Instagram, and that's why I like you.
Yeah, so originally it was just like give me mate a job, and it seems to have worked out, didn't it?
Yeah, it does. Yeah. What did I do? I was in IT for 20 years. I know I don't look that old. Sometimes
you don't, mate.
No,
you don't. Actually, it's dark in here, so it's probably doing you a favour.
I'm
turned the light right down, didn't we?
Yeah. Yeah. So I was in IT for 20 years, but I'll go into that in more detail in the next video that we got coming. Right. So just a couple more last ones.
Because I've got to get back to work. I'm really busy.
Well, you are working. You are working. Here we are. What's next for Urban? How do you see the brand growing? Well, our ethos now is to continue to add as much IP as possible. We want to continue to add car after car after car after car, completely and utterly reinvesting, and that's the key. That is actually the key to our success, is to not to ever stop making new product and new cars.
Which is great. People want to see. Yeah, which is great for me, because that allows me to offer so much more than just Range Rover SVR with a
Yeah.
carbon kit. You know, to be able to offer colour, everything from, you know, a T6.1 van all the way up to a, you know, a Rolls Royce Cullinan is fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, if we'd have just stayed on Range Rover and Sport now, we'd be dead.
No,
yeah,
don't.
we'd be dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm so glad we went to multi-brand, and that's our ethos. That's how we'll continue. Multi-brand, more brands, more cars, soft kits, full kits, wide kits. That's it.
The whole lot. The whole lot.
All of it.
The whole lot. All of it. We're doing all of it. So that's it. So thanks for watching. Make sure you share, like, and subscribe. I'm Lenny.urban. This is Simon, Urban Automotive. And
Yeah,
get
that
back
was
to
good.
work, haven't
That
we?
was
Yeah.
good. If we want to do any more questions, obviously, if you like what you see, put it in the comments, and we'll do a bi-weekly question and answer session. No personal questions though, obviously.
Yeah, I do dye my beard. No, leave that out.